So what do you get when you combine high-octane 90s arcade shoot-'em-up action with the art style and hilarity of Parodius and a smidge of tennis? You get Sky Racket, developed and published by independent studio Double Dash, just recently released here on Steam. This is Alan from Chocobo Chokeslam here with Media Moogle, and here's our review of Sky Racket. Sky Racket has been dubbed a shmup breaker. It's a shoot-'em-up combined with a block breaker. Instead of having traditional lasers and missiles and so forth, your character has the titular Sky Racket, and you hit projectiles that enemies fire at you, back at them, bouncing these projectiles off other objects in the stage, in the hopes of growing the projectile in power until it eventually explodes into 5 smaller projectiles, and you're able to hit enemies and take them out in one shot, and essentially clear an entire screen in one go. Now, you don't go without power-ups. These power-ups come in the form of little alien helpers that you find throughout your adventure. They give you additional power-ups such as a 3-shot laser, a scrolling cannon going across the screen, a 360-degree sword slash, and a much-needed shield because, damn, this game is difficult. Speaking of difficulty, this game knows exactly what it wants to be, and that's a retro-style shoot-'em-up. This game does not hold your hand, this game does not pull any punches. You need to have quick reaction time and need to understand the concept of pattern memorization if you're going to get anywhere in this game. You will die often, but you will know that you died from your own mistakes. This game is not unfair, this game is not cheap. Boss fights come down to pattern memorization, knowing when to dodge, knowing when to attack, knowing what enemies are coming out when and what moves are coming out when. Every time I fought a boss, I felt like I was playing an iteration of Cuphead if it were a shoot-'em-up. The difficulty was insane, the visuals were stunning, I absolutely enjoyed every aspect of the level design and the boss fights. This game is hard, just be ready to die often, but understand that you're going to die because of your own mistakes. Lastly, let's talk about the visuals and sound. Both are going for a retro 16-bit era style, both paying homage to that era quite well. The sound design was fantastic. Never once did I feel like I wanted to turn the music off or the volume off while playing. I was constantly enthralled with the music. It fit each level well. The visuals just really whet my appetite for some old school action. Everything looked old school, yet at the same time high res. Double Dash Studios did a great job really capturing the feel of the 16-bit era while keeping a modern look to their game. Boss fights looked fantastic. The banana, I was cracking up. Really, Cuphead is the best way I can pay respects to this game. A lot of the bosses really just struck me as having that attention to detail and just passion thrown at them that I saw in Cuphead. Obviously, 2 clearly different art styles, but just Double Dash did a fantastic job at nailing the era they were going for while making it aesthetically pleasing to a modern audience. Overall, this game is fantastic. I highly recommend Sky Racket. The gameplay is great, the difficulty is just right, the visuals are stunning, really appealing to those of us that like a retro style, and the sound design is just aesthetically pleasing for both modern and old school audiences. This has been Alan from Chocobo Chokeslam here with Media Moogle. Please check out more content at MediaMoogle.net and stay tuned for our next review. As for the time being, $15 on Steam. I highly recommend this game. Go pick up Sky Racket by Double Dash Studios. If you're looking for video game reviews, podcasts, and more, please be sure to visit MediaMoogle.net as well as the Media Moogle YouTube page.